Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Chiefs coming in at 5-0, going up against the Steelers, who come in at 3-2. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A minute ago, Arrowhead was rocking. The offense led out by all-pro tight end Travis Kelce as the Chiefs get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time for us to watch this exciting Kansas City offense led by Alex Smith. 5-0 this crew is, and Alex Smith, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions. Other than that, he's not doing much.
Yeah, how about the ball game against Houston, right? Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, second time this year. 11-year career. He'd only done that twice coming into this season. But let's be honest about it. He's not just checking it down and playing it safe. Alex Smith is taking shots downfield and making defenses pay.
And right away, he lost the football. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers getting ready to go on offense, and they're certainly a candidate for the surprise game of Week 5, that loss to Jacksonville. And really shocking. Ben Roethlisberger, career-high 5 picks, Charles.
Yeah, the worst home loss in the tenure of his head coach, Mike Tomlin, 21 points. And the Jaguars laid it on him. And from week to week, you're not sure what you're getting from the Jaguars. If they ever string it together, they could really be a force. But for Pittsburgh and Ben Roethlisberger post-game, that's what would trouble me, where he talked about maybe he just doesn't have it anymore. He needs to be...
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. The 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Three yards remaining here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. What a start for an NFL career for Kareem Hunt. NFL Offensive Rookie of the Month that he already has. AFC Player of the Month under his belt. Might not be the only hardware if he keeps playing the way he is.
And he's such an all-purpose guy because you can run it with him or throw it. He had 116 yards from scrimmage. That made him just a second player with over 100 yards from scrimmage. In his first 5 career games, Adrian Peterson being the other player. So if he's on that path, he's on a terrific one. So how about this for Kansas City? They could have the Rookie of the Year in Kareem Hunt. They could have the NFL MVP in Alex Smith if they continue to play at this level.
And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
They ranked 20th overall in total offense in 2016. But when I look at Kansas City's offense, I see much better than that. Wide receivers who are fast and skillful downfield, running backs who make people miss and can get the ball into the end zone, a tight end who's a game breaker down the middle. I think this team is way better than the numbers suggest.
Back to throw, Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 8 catches, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
In the NFL, when you say Pittsburgh, you do think defense. And in 2016, they ended up 12th overall in total defense, which is a good number, but not the number the Steelers seek. And if they get better play from their secondary, they'll get back into the top 10 where they feel they belong each and every year.
Here's Smith now on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. For Le'Veon Bell, you know, week 4 looked like he'd maybe turn the corner because he wasn't there in the preseason, 188 total yards. But week 5, Jacksonville held him in check.
Didn't feel like an accident that he had that big yardage total in week 4 because about a month in, right, that's about a month of preseason games and work. So now he's shaking off the rust. But that Jacksonville defense, they are tough. Held him to about half that total. Made it very difficult for him during that game. Pittsburgh's got some work to do on offense.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Pittsburgh has long prided itself on being a defense-first team, but if you look at the last 3, 4, 5 seasons, it's been their offense that's led them. In 2016, they were 7th overall in total offense, and they can hit you through the air, on the ground. No matter what they do, they're hard to prepare for.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. On the counter, here's Bell. Finding room inside the 40. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And we will not see another play as time has run out on this first quarter. It's a tight game here early, and we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try again with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They run again with Hunt, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, it's Hunt. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On third down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Fresh set of downs here. Ben to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this one's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is third and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second down, here's Smith. That's caught by the rookie from Michigan, J.U. Chesson. A nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Smith. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Dances by him. Room here to run. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Chiefs are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Steelers have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. 2nd and 2 coming up. On the run, there goes the rookie Kareem Hunt. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. They strike first in the half. First and 10. Bell's got great blocking here, and this long run goes for a touchdown. Steelers take over late in the second. Steelers tied up at 7. Brown's got nobody around him on the catch, and 22 yards later, he's going in for the score. The Steelers push the lead to 10, staying late in the half. Hunt's wide open here on the catch, and he'll be tackled at the 21-yard line. Chiefs will stall out, though, and settle for a field goal. So that'll do it from Orlando. Let's get back out to Arrowhead as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. He finds an opening past the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. They find some open field here. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
They'll run again with Hunt. punt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. They'll try the air now with Smith. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Smith with a give to Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Kansas City 1st down. Smith finding Hill that time.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just...
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. Bell a 1st down and then some. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Smith. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And that is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. A shotgun snap for Smith, and that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They run for it with Hunt, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And Thomas has it. And he's brought down. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Smith. And now another one thrown incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He has really been buoyed here by a strong running attack. They've been great on the ground.
And have enjoyed the entire process because Oftentimes when you're running the football well, that's much more of a team effort. Everyone has to come together to make it work. Offensive line, wide receivers, the tight ends when they're on the field, maybe an extra running back leading. It is a really nice thing to see, a team type of thing. And guess what? The quarterback, he can get out of the locker room a whole lot faster after this game. The interviews are going to go to the running back.
Yeah, now we hit the home stretch here in the fourth with their lead. On second down, it's Bell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Steelers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.